Hi, welcome to massagetime.co.uk. Today I'd like to discuss neck pain and headaches and some movements that go on in the head and neck. It's been a video that I've been wanting to do for quite a while because there is some advice out there which I disagree with, and I don't actually work with my clients to that system of movement in the cervical spine in the neck. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I think today. Now, a few years back on the news, we were all given, when you're working at your desk and your neck gets tight, what you do is you put your hand on your head and you bring your ear to the opposite shoulder. Well, I can tell, ear to the same shoulder and stretch. And I can tell you now, if you value your neck and the health of your cervical spine, you will never ever do this stretch. There's quite a few reasons why I don't actually work with side bending in the cervical spine and treating the muscles that control side bending in the cervical spine. But for today, I'm just going to give you one justification for that. If you want to know more, you can quite simply contact me or come in for a treatment, and you can see what it is that I do and how effective it is. But generally, our senses in our head are actually designed to work on a horizontal plane. So we have some structures within the ear that have little air bubbles, and every time you move, those air bubbles move backwards and forwards, side to side, the same way that you would have little air bubbles in a spirit level when you're trying to make something even. And the eyes as well. We want to keep our observation of the world around us as even as possible. Our eyes, they see 2 points, those 2 points meet, and that's how we determine depth and distance and things like this. So to walk around in this position, it would never happen, and our senses are not designed to work like that. So if you want to loosen your neck off, you want to free your movement, just work simply on rotation. And what I do is I tell people to stand sideways into a mirror, get the chest up, and then look towards yourself, keeping your eyes horizontal. A lot of times when people rotate, they tend to do this, and they have a little side bend, and it's not very comfortable. You get the chest up, chin down, and rotate. You can actually see that the eyes stay horizontal, and that's perfect movement for your head and neck. Okay, and when the head and neck do get tight, we tend to suffer from sort of headaches, shoulder pain, neck pain. We can't look up, we can't look down, we can't turn left and right. It's very debilitating. But that is my approach. So how I tend to treat people and the advice that I give is I tend to work on the upper 2 joints of the cervical spine where the head sits on top of the neck. And those 2 joints there are designed for a very large range of movement. In fact, between the first and the second vertebrae, there isn't even a disc. So the ability to rotate is quite high. So that's why I work a lot on rotation and then the up and down movements, because that's the spine generally likes to flex and extend. It's able to do that. It's a simple movement for the spine. Also within the neck, just below the head, the occiput, the shape of the joint is like a bowl, so it rocks. Okay, so we've got 2 on either side, and it rocks like a little bowl. Now what that's for, I'll stand back from the camera. If I take my body over here, I'm keeping my head in a horizontal plane no matter where my body goes, and there's this little rocking of the head within that bowl-shaped joint to keep the senses horizontal and in a position that we can best receive information from our surroundings. And if ever you watch nature programs, you've seen the cheetah, lovely, elegant creature. It's running along, its body, tail is swinging backwards and forwards, but the head always seems to stay in this upright position. And in all vertebrates, there is 7 neck bones. Whether it's a giraffe or a cheetah or a human being, we all have 7 neck bones. That's a consistent. So you can see the design is pretty similar. and it would also account for why we can move side to side and keep the head, eyes and ears on a horizontal plane without actually bending your neck to the side. It's all occurring in those top two joints, one on each side, top two bowl joints, one on each side, rocking and rolling side to side to allow that adjustment when we're in awkward positions. So to recap, if you want to look after your neck, do not side bend. Just rotate, look up, look down, and work on your shoulder flexibility. So if you do have any more questions, please either PM me or send me an email via massagetime.co.uk or just leave a comment below. Okay? Hope you stay nice and healthy and look after that neck. It will serve you well.